What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, we're going to talk about DVLT. It paid not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times this week. Tell me in the comments below if you blew out of it when I put out that alert at 58 cents and change. But the obvious question of this day is, did Jerome Powell really greenlight a rally through the end of the year, or is there a rug pull just around the corner that we need to be concerned about? All that and more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up on the 2 o'clock hour East Coast time here in Atlanta. God bless you. Happy Thursday to you. I hope you're doing well. Do not go anywhere in the second half of this video. We had a scam that affected us today, and whether we do business or not, it's going to affect you at some point. So please give me the next 10 or 15 minutes to give you the rundown on DVLT, the cues, what, if anything, do we need to be concerned about, and then this scam, which, again, is a big fucking deal. But let me start by saying, and it has to do with the scam, pinned in the top comment is the last time you will ever hear me utter the words free trial. Unless you have a real name, a real email, and yeah, a real credit card with real money on it to pay your fucking bill, you will never get inside of the #1 stock trading Discord that has a 93.5 win rate for 14x returns in the last 2 years. This is your last chance. So whether you were here 6 months, a year and a half ago, or you were part of the crowd that I kicked out, and you'll understand why when I tell you about this scam, because you didn't have a credit card, now's your chance. Once we get through the next 24 to 36 hours, no more. You must have money down in order to get in our Discord. It's holy ground. These are my friends. I consider them to be my online family. And there's nothing that's going to threaten them, me, or what we have going on. But I would like to invite you, if you've got at least some experience. We're not day trading. We're not scalping. We own a stock typically for a month and a half. And yeah, shout out to the hater that tried to say I buy a stock 80 fucking times. No, but I'll buy it 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 if I get a chance. I don't know. Kind of like Warren Buffett did with Apple. Or how about last week when Elon Musk bought Tesla 19 times between, I think it was 363 and 391 last trade, 427. The best investors / traders in the world don't go all in, or what I call the Vegas red or black attitude. That's not how you make money. You'll get away with it once, maybe twice, and then you're going to get chopped off at the knees. That's a whole nother story I'll cover in another video. So please tell me in the comments below, did you make money in DVLT? And when this video is over, take advantage of your 60-day free trial. Credit card required for the last fucking time ever. Cancel anytime at trysmallbiz.com. And by the way, get a Discord if you don't have a small biz. That's most of our members. Premium if you do. All right, DVLT, in my opinion, massive dilution today. It's been pinned at 39 3/4 for the last 2 hours on 60 times normal volume. That's the third time she went back to the mid-30s or thereabouts, including where the CEO, by way of a convertible note, didn't go into the open market. A note bought 10 million shares. Did he pay for it yet? I'm assuming he did. But this is a notorious diluter. This is the old WISA reverse split a couple of times. I think it was 1 for 100, and then the most recent one was 1 for 150. When you trade 60 times normal volume, and as of right now, you're only up 13% on the day, somebody shoved about 40 million of those 300 million shares right up your ass. So if you're sitting there with a bag at 55 to 60, going to be tough. If you're considering whether you should get in it again based on my advice for the 4th time, I'd leave it alone. Even odds you go back to retest 32 where he had that note versus go up and through 50 cents a share. You made your fucking money. On my alert this morning, it was another 69%. And even though I chose to go into another idea, there was several folks in our Discord that have made about 170% in one fucking stock. And oh, by the way, as I said yesterday, there's 19 wins, actually make that 20 for them in the last month. Tiny $3,500 trades for you. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You think the algorithm brought you here? Looking at all this? No. Fate, destiny, or what some people call the quantum field. You're here for a fucking reason. And you know what that is? To give me a chance to help you make money, AKA get rich. I've been saying that now for years. Now's your chance, because after this weekend, there will never be another free trial again. But before I get to the scam, and please give me a chance to share that with you, what did Powell say yesterday? Well, he made it crystal clear. And if you stuck around for the press conference like I did, he said, not only are we cutting today, but we're cutting in October and December. And there's one more cut, probably February, March, in my opinion. They normally like to leave January alone, let some data come in, let people come back for the holidays before they start intervening in the markets. So we had the initial move up, right? First move, wrong move. Then we had the flash crash in the Qs down to 584 and small change. I think that was a $10 reversal. And now we're dancing at close to 597 because you got all that open interest on those 600 calls. So if I had to guess, you got a better than 75% odd today, or most likely tomorrow, at least at the open. They're going to push up and through that so they can cash in big time. They can now, but it's even bigger money at that point. However, as I shared inside the Discord, and if you're a member, you get 3, 4, 5 videos a day that never see the light of day on Discord. And I shared in one of them, when we pushed up and through 500 about a year or so ago, we went to 522. Whenever you have big round numbers, it's like a magnet. So you push up and through. And then you get to a point a few days or a few weeks later, the world wakes up, the institutions clock in, and they go, now what? We've gotten through the big number. I'll tell you what, they took us down 13%. Just like that. When we went up and through 500 and got to 522 or thereabouts, there was a 13.6% correction. So I'm telling you right now, based on my experience and the time of the year, I will not be surprised if we push up and through 600 and melt 20, 30 points higher or thereabouts. And then either in December, like the Christmas massacre in 2018 or 19, where the NASDAQ went down more than 20% and bottomed Christmas Eve, or they wait. And that's happened about half the time in the last decade. They wait until the next year when they're back from the holidays and they've already got all their gains booked for their fat fucking bonus, which, by the way, is typically handed out on Wall Street during February, because I should know. I was a broker from 93 to 07. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I've made all the mistakes, so you don't have to. So be prepared for a 5 to 10% or even greater rug pull correction in the next few months. We're way overbought. Now a scam. As I said a few minutes ago, we're never doing another free fucking trial. And this is the good Lord's way of reminding me that I need to go on to bigger and better things. Jason, you've already delivered. You work your fucking ass off. Many of these people have made over $1 million on your watch. And even though you've got a massive tax bill, and you might be eating ramen noodles living in a bankrupt Benny van down by the river, right? That's a whole nother video, but right? In the comments, did you make money in DVLT? And if so, how much and how often? It was 3 chances. And can you believe this, Benny? Another 250 reverse. That's the 10th reverse split in 2.5 years. Somebody's sucking a mean cock at NASDAQ. I'll cover that in another video. I hear you, Ma. Rest her soul. She died of a stroke in 2015. Doesn't like it when I get too graphic. But at any rate, folks, and we will cover that in another video. Thank God we sold it at $3.07 before it imploded. Oh, he really got off track. I did. And you know what? In almost 900 videos, amidst an ocean of senior moments like I'm having right now, I've never edited a video. I'm not perfect. I get pissed off over the lack of engagement, particularly on win days. 269 times we pulled the lever for plus 31.5% to be exact. Average hold time, in case you're wondering, 47 days. So we're not day trading, we're not scalping. But when 90% don't show up ever to say thank you, that pisses me off. And I probably drove away a couple 100,000, if not more, business by people that got tired of hearing my rants. But the good news, if you're considering coming back, in the pinned comment, it's down by 60, 70%. I go off once in a while, but not nearly as much. I'm starting to remember what I was saying. Potential correction in the Qs. DVLT, if it's me, I'd leave it alone. Benny, yeah, somebody belongs in jail, and I really want to know who's the cocksucker, and I'm talking literally. That's, you know the whole cup and pull, the taint, all that. Oh yeah, yes, I said that, and no, it's not coming out. Somebody's doing something to keep that motherfucker going. I don't know what minute of this video is, but if you made it this far and you didn't laugh, there's something wrong with you. Please give it a thumbs up, share it with all your friends. Take advantage of the 60-day trial before it ends this weekend. Someone reached out to me this morning. I won't mention his name. He's legit. He's a businessman. He was inside and will soon be back in our Discord. He's convinced that one of our members, me, reached out to him and told him to meet him over on some crypto wallet to pay me $750 to manage his money. Do you realize how difficult it would be, let alone impossible, for this guy right here to get away with that in my own Discord? Somebody would have ratted me out a long fucking time ago. And then, as I'm going through this story and finding out how he got scammed out of $750, which coincidentally is the same annual amount for our Discord. So be aware if someone asks you and it looks like me, it sounds like me, it's fucking not. I'm not even on social media anymore. I got off Facebook years ago. No Instagram, no Telegram, no WhatsApp, no crypto coin wallet, no Bank America Alert.com or whatever the hell it was. That's a felony. But these motherfuckers are offshore. Never send any money to anyone. And for goodness sakes, if you have a question, you think you might be getting scammed, reach out to me. You can hit me in the Discord or through the contact us at trysmallbiz.com. But this guy has a horrific story and tremendous details and screenshots, and it's not me. Most of you should know that. The haters, of course, will run with that. But it's not me. I would never ask anybody to send money other than at trysmallbiz.com for your subscription. And that's why we're getting rid of the fucking free trial, because you never know. For example, scam number 2, we had what looks like a robot in our fucking Discord this morning. And very contrary, not a real name, but her username. She's Salt of the Earth, a beautiful soul that I look forward to hugging in Vegas. And yeah, it's going down next summer. We've already got a venue picked out. Maybe you'll join us, pinned in the comment below. But this guy fucking retweets, or I don't know what the fuck they call it, a share in the Discord, the same thing that another guy named Connor, another Salt of the Earth guy, said an hour ago. Nobody says exactly what you did with respect to Bitcoin at a specific price, unless it's probably a fucking bot or a smartass at a minimum. So I immediately look up this guy on top of the scam that I was accused of pulling off that would never happen. And he's got a name. I won't say the real name, but the first name, let's call him Brandon, last name Smith. But then his email address had Amelia, a woman's name with a number at Gmail, kind of legit, and a totally different name on Stripe. So this criminal either blatantly stole someone's credit card, or they're willing to put their real name, because Stripe's very strict. They'll catch the name and or the number being wrong, the security code, etc., and they'll bounce it. So I, of course, fired this fucking guy's ass and or the robot. And that sealed the deal. You ain't getting in the fucking Discord that's stacking fucking cash to the ceiling unless you can pay your bill up front. Now, in the past, and I thank you very much for sticking with me here, we did promo codes. We did a 50% off, a 60, all the way up to an 80. In other words, I'll give you a huge discount up front. We even gave you the second month free. In other words, you show me you're real the first month, I'll show you I'm real by giving you the second month for free. And then, of course, in the third month, you can convert to annual and pay me $2.05 a day. And until next time, don't ever send anybody any money to any of those social media apps. And if you have any questions, for God's sakes, reach out to me and I'll tell you don't do that. Always remember that I love you. And this is quite a video. She's laughing now. And thanks for watching.